Four comedians are also real good friends, working on jokes, the fun never ends. They're asking each other, is this anything?
I started going to therapy. After the first day, my therapist told me that I have an avoidant relationship style, and I was like, I don't think this is working out. So that's the first part. And the second part is, she put me on antidepressants, and she said that it could be dangerous for me to do hallucinogenic mushrooms while I'm on antidepressants, and that's honestly the most depressing thing that I've heard so far. Like, she was telling me, you don't want to do mushrooms while you're on these, and I was like, well, I guess I'm going to start after my trip to the beach this weekend, and then maybe after Bonnaroo, and then maybe after Coachella, and then maybe after Governor's Ball. I know that Burning Man works really well in that joke too, but I don't want to even pretend that I go to Burning Man. I'm willing to sacrifice a lot for comedy, but if even one of you think that I go to Burning Man, I would fucking kill myself.
And not because I'm so depressed.
Is that all? Is that Burning Man rant part of the joke, or are you just breaking and saying that? Okay, great.
Yeah,
okay.
It's it's a little sloppy right now, but those are all the ideas that I had for that.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the first one is you have it's kind of
avoiding
like
personality to self.
Yeah, it's kind of like a one-liner just to get into the whole bit.
Say the one-liner one more time.
I started going to therapy. On my first day, my therapist told me that I have an avoidant relationship style, and I was like, I don't think this is working out.
Oh, okay.
I like that line a lot.
What have you said? I don't want to talk about that right now. What's that?
I like that. Well, I think the thing that I think that's good for the avoidant part, but I think if you say avoidant relationship style, I don't think this is working out because it's a little bit closer to a breakup.
Right. Oh yeah,
which is what I think an avoidant relationship style is more keyed into.
You could say an avoidant conversational style, if you wanted to justify Anthony's punchline.
Or I could change it to an avoiding bullet style. I could be like, whoa.
That is better.
I do like that. It reminds me of The Matrix, and that movie did very well.
People think you said ballet style.
Wachowski sisters.
Do you guys have anything for the mushrooms antidepressant part? Yes. Because that's the part that I think is sloppy right now.
After you list a bunch of concerts, I kind of want the therapist to be like, wait, you're depressed? You sound like you're having a great life.
That's funny.
What are you depressed about?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, you're having a blast.
I was hoping at some point you would also... Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You go to a lot of music festivals. It's like, yeah, I have a lot of fun. I really do. I don't think I need therapy anymore.
Thank you so much. This has been so helpful.
So you start with the beach this weekend or next. I thought that maybe after you made that list, then you would also have circled back and then said, and no, to you right now in the therapy session. To be like, and you know what, you probably shouldn't give me any right now. Now that I think of it, that you just came to the therapy session high on mushrooms.
That's really funny. I don't know.
I just kind of want to look up the schedule of all these music festivals and make it like a thing where there's no room for the mushrooms, where it's like January is this, April is this, December is this, then we're back to January is this, April is this, blah blah blah.
I think it would be fun too if you slipped in a more normal random event. Then there's Thanksgiving. Then like, why are you doing shrooms?
Then there's my parents' anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. Something where it's just if you could slip in all these festivals and then one funny random time that you just do mushrooms.
And then there's my cousin's baptism.
Then there's the month of February.
Oh, that's good.
And then there's that police entrance exam.
And then there's sober January.
Oh, that's funny.
All right.
Well, something's got to get me the month.
Anything else for this one, guys? Because I got another one that I want.
Is the first example the beach?
I mean, the first example can be anything. This is my first draft.
Okay,
It was in his example.
Because I didn't really know. I would have said like camping or something, because I know people sometimes will do mushrooms when they're out in the. But I haven't really heard about it at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, maybe you don't want people to know where you're going at first, but.
I mean, it might just be smart to do the music festivals first. Like, 'cause I think that's more of a universally accepted place where people do drugs.
Yeah.
You know, at Bonnaroo and Coachella and Governor's Ball.
Right. Yeah.
If you were to heighten and go to other excursions than the camping trip next month, I also, in order for my joke to work, if you wanted to use it, I would push back the timing, because I think you said the beach this weekend or something, but it would step on the fact that you're high right now. So if you were to stick with the beach trip, I would put it to a month from now. Then you do those things. Then you could do a normal thing. And then you can end it with, and you know, to be honest, you probably shouldn't give me that prescription right now.
Yeah.
I should probably wait about 48 hours.
Yeah,
or something like that.
And then hopefully there's a big pop right there, and then I can end it with the commentary on the joke of, I know that I could have used Burning Man as an example there too, that whole thing.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you end it with coming back to mushrooms, I would add a mushroom type behavior. You probably shouldn't give them to me now, by the way.
Have you seen my hand?
By the way, you should get that painting checked, because it's melting off the wall right now. Get that door checked. It's just turned into a flower. Are you going to
eat the jellies in your eyes, or?
That's really funny. I like that. Is it universal? I think that for like petting things or like touching things, that's more of a Molly thing. But would that work also if I was making a joke about mushrooms? Yeah.
Yeah, most
Can
people
I touch your
don't.
jacket?
Fred is the resident mushroom expert.
Yeah.
I know that. I mean, things do feel better, I think, when you're on mushrooms. Touch sensation isn't like the biggest thing, but I think most people think any kind of hallucinogenic, it's just like you're going to see colors and things will be wobbly and you'll want to touch stuff and you'll be happy. But you could do that with acid and, mushrooms. And
I might do something just then, like, you look amazing right now, by the way. Something like that.
Yeah. Your soul looks amazing.
Your aura.
Great aura.
I love your aura in that dress.
All right, here's the next one. I had to get a CAT scan recently, and if you've ever had any kind of serious medical test done, you know that you get the test done, and then they send the results to your doctor, and then your doctor tells you what they found. So you don't know if anything is wrong with you when you leave the test. But you can kind of tell based on how they let you go. Sometimes they're like, okay, have some water. You're all done. And sometimes they're like, okay, you're done. Drink water, eat whatever you want, go see a movie, tell your parents you love them, anything you like. It's your day. Your day today. You got up early to take this test. We had you waiting in that lobby forever. Treat yourself some ice cream or something. Do you like weed? Do you like to get high? Go get high. Get as high as you want. Get some ice cream. It doesn't really make a difference at this point. You have a nice day, a special day.
That's fine.
All right. Any ideas for that? I feel like the beginning is kind of choppy.
The concept I love.
Mm-hmm. I had to get a CAT scan recently, and if you've ever had any kind of serious medical test done, you know that you don't get the results right then. They send them to your doctor, so you don't really know if anything's wrong when you leave the test. But you can kind of tell based on how they let you go. Like sometimes they're like, okay, you're all done, drink lots of water, goodbye. And sometimes they're like, okay, drink lots of water, eat whatever you want, go see a movie, tell your parents you love them, anything like it's your day.
Yeah, I could say you could just shorten that to when you get a CAT scan done, they don't tell you the results, but you could tell by the way that they treat you.
Oh, so I don't need to say the whole thing about... So if you've ever gotten a serious medical test done, I can just make that whole thing about just the CAT scan. That's good.
Yeah, for sure.
That tightens it up.
My favorite line so far was the tell your parents you love them. That was like the funniest line for me. The whole concept I loved, but that line I was like, That's good. Because everything else seemed to be on the same plane as the other one. All funny, but just it wasn't like it was heightening. It was just like, buy ice cream, have a movie, take care of yourself, like all this self-care stuff. But not but tell your parents you love them. It's just really funny and morbid. Maybe even gathering your affairs, whatever. But something subtle, not too on the nose. I'm not sure. That's why I love that.
Power of attorney.
Yeah, it's like just figure out what that's about. Like
write your will.
Yeah, but like write your will is going to be like so on the nose that I'm not sure if that's right.
Yeah. What about Carpe
but something?
Yeah. Maybe get your affairs in order. Somebody said that. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's vague enough. Get your affairs in order.
Get your affairs in order.
Is plant a tree enough of a thing? Like,
I think that's
plant
very
a tree.
Like have a good day. Liquidate your assets. Just like have a blast. Contact your next of kin. Just whatever. I like
think
to.
it'd be funny if. Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Rob.
Even though Brett shortened it perfectly, that was a really nice way to do it. I always kind of enjoy bringing the human element into this, imagining things from a different perspective. So my thought would be that you're like, they don't give you the results, but these are doctors who make these tests. I mean, they look at it and they do this dozens of times a day. They know what's wrong. So whenever they talk to me, I blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it doesn't have to be added. But I just like thinking about the doctor who looks at the scan and goes like, ooh, Jesus, this guy is fucked. It's like, well, we're going to mail it to him in 2 weeks. Let's not go too crazy. And it kind of gives you justification for that.
According to my clock, I got time for one more.
Nice.
So let me know what you guys think about this.
Does your clock say one more? It's a hand that points to. It's like,
I got an app.
You just started.
And then every once in a while I go,
keep going.
3 o'clock is just good one.
All right. Let me know what you guys think about this.
Sure.
So I gave up drinking recently, and I do miss it. I think getting drunk is some of the most fun that you can ever have. And here's how fun drinking is. It's called drinking. If you say, let's go get a drink, that means alcohol. Drinking alcohol somehow got the patent on the word drinking. If you're talking about having a beer or doing shots, you say drinking. You need water to survive. But do we call drinking water drinking? No, that's hydrating. We had to invent a new word for water because it's such a fucking prima donna. No other drug has that kind of stranglehold on their marketing than drinking. Like, if I invited you to a shooting range, you wouldn't be like, heroin? See, in my mind, when I wrote this joke, it's called drinking part is like funny, but it sounds like that's not enough because I didn't get a reaction from you guys. Like maybe I need like another thing if I want that to be a payoff.
That's a personality thing. All right. if somehow I've seen personalities pull off that kind of punchline and others not. Yeah. And just depending on what your flair is and how big you lean into that, if you're a huge personality, it's called drinking. If you got a fucking crowd that knows you, loves you, your fans, you're in a theater, I think you can get away with it. I agree with you. It's going to be hit or miss at a club of people who don't know you, 6 comics per show, blah, blah, blah. So I don't really have a note. I just think
even with your big Jarret energy.
My classic running across the stage. You guys know how I do. Maybe if I added at the top, here's how fun drinking is. You can drink alcohol, you can drink water. When you drink alcohol, that's the only thing that's called drinking. But when you're drinking alcohol,
even if I found someone
that's called drinking.
In the Sahara, dehydrated, dying of thirst, if they were like, I need a drink, I'd be like, what? What do you mean?
There's no bars here. This is a desert.
You don't even have clean drinking water.
Sure you don't want some water? I need a drink. Okay.
What better time to have a drink of alcohol than when you're dying of thirst in the desert? Really takes the edge off.
I mean, scientifically, it's a terrible idea because it dehydrates you. But I see your point, Anthony.
This is a thought that I had about it, where you could talk about how other drugs try to do this thing, like, because I've been asked a lot of times by people like, "Hey, you smoke?" And but you always go like, "Wait, what do you mean, like weed or cigarettes?" You know? But to them, they're like, "Come on, you know what I mean? You smoke?" You're like, "Tobacco? What are you getting at?"
You're like, "Oh yeah, I smoke," and they're like, "Okay, so do you have any cigarettes?" And you're like, "No, wait, never mind."
We're not on the same page. It's not like the drinking thing.
Oh, when people want to do coke, they'll be like, "Do you party?" And I'll be like, "I play Jenga."
Yeah, they try, but there's enough people that are confused by it. But when somebody says, "Let's get a drink," no one's confused. So I don't know if that is somewhere to take it, because you did sort of. I like the shooting
range.
Yeah, shooting range. I like that part.
Yeah, Anthony's addition makes a ton of sense, especially if you are, because the smoking alone, you're just like, you don't know if it's cigarettes, marijuana, like, because you immediately said no other drug has that kind of stranglehold on there. So it's like, if someone's like, "Do you smoke?" I'm like, "Crack? I don't. What do you mean? What's that?" I'm not sure. There's plenty of things we can smoke.
I do like jumping to the most
just jumping straight to crack.
Insane one. Yeah. Meth?
Heroin? No, I've never smoked it.
All right. Well, that's all I got. Thanks so much, guys.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check back for more individual clips and full episodes, or you can listen wherever you enjoy podcasts. If you want to support the show and get early access to new episodes as well as extra fan-only content, go to patreon.com/ITAPod. That's ITAPod, as in Is This Anything Podcast. Relevant links in the description. Take care.